Hello to all YouTube viewers. This is me, Sharat Mohan again from Illusionist Photography, here to do another Photoshop manipulation. Thanks for the overwhelming response which I received for the first tutorial with my voice, and this is my second tutorial following that with voice, and this tutorial was inspired from Angelina Jolie's Lara Croft, the Tomb Raider. So let's get started with the Photoshop manipulation, shall we? So as you can see, we have cut out the main image of the Tomb Raider. Now I made selection of the image. Copy that image by pressing Ctrl C. This is the background which we are going to use. I'll unlock this layer, add a new layer above that layer. Now this is the selection we are going to copy, as it said earlier. Ctrl V for paste, and press Ctrl 0 to resize it to fit the screen. Now resize the image by pressing Shift and place it in the position where you like. I will say maybe right. Okay, I'll resize that a bit more. Now I made a pre-selection of the rocks which I'm going to use. I found all of these images in DeviantArt. Excellent photos. Yeah, I'll use the same technique by pressing Ctrl C for copy, add a new layer, and this one press Ctrl V for paste. I'll just stretch. Stretching won't affect the image, not always. Manipulations is permitted. 2 element. Okay, I'll place it right there. Okay, I'll place this layer above that layer. Yes, right there. And yeah, maybe resize it. Oops, she may fall down if I keep it like that. Right there. Or okay, now we will horizontally invert the image. You can do this by going to image rotation, flip horizontal. Now this is the first task actually in any manipulation. Okay, we'll get on with the next step by blending the images. So I feel I want to decrease the saturation on bit on the rocks. Now I'll decrease the color balance a bit. Maybe I'll add a little amount of cyan to the image. Okay. Now I'll go to another add a color balance. Now as you can see, I made these clippings. That is done by pressing Alt on your keyboard. That will be on Windows, and until the pop-up icon appears. Okay. Now we'll add some bit of shadows to the image. Okay, this is what I'm using is dual shadow method. That is, I will be adding two shadows. One will be a basic shadow which is using brush. So I'll spray black color using a soft brush. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. I'll adjust the blurriness a bit. Oops, too much blurry. And okay, I'll decrease the opacity a bit, maybe to around 70% like that. Okay, and the next shadow is made by selecting by pressing Ctrl on Windows, and I'll hide that layer. Use the paint bucket tool to make a copy. Actually, fill that layer. Flip vertical. Double clicking on that transformation box and choosing the options necessary. This method can be used for the previous one also. Now I will place that in the layer, just the shadows a bit like that. The shadow this is actually a minor shadow. Okay. Now we have to perspectively adjust the shadow, which I'm going to transform perspective. Okay. It's all up to you. You decide how you choose the shadow. Since the light is coming from this direction, I'll place the shadow in this direction. Which is obviously what a logic person will do. Where's the blur? Yeah, the blur. We'll repeat the same procedure as before. Add Gaussian blur. And we'll do the same thing by decreasing the opacity as well. Perfect. Now again, play around these settings a bit until you're happy. I'll use the eraser tool and maybe delete off a small portion of the shadows. One only on the rocks, not too much on the towards the edge of the rocks. Actually, now this is one of my favorite techniques, which I follow almost for all tutorials, by adding sunlight reflection on the skin in a shadow. We'll choose the darker color dodge, and we'll adjust the angle from which the light comes from. Maybe we can change the color a bit. The lighter it is, the more dodging. Dodging actually means adding colors. We will play around these settings a bit with distance and the size until you are happy. Again, it's entirely on the viewer's perspective or the manipulator's perspective how to apply this kind of settings. So I'll just play around that a bit. Okay, now we'll add some shadows to lights to the rocks as well. Okay, drop shadow. Oh god, what on earth am I doing? Not drop shadow, we need to add inner shadow. Shut up, doing this, yeah, inner shadow. Will it be the same procedure as before? Color dodge, choosing yeah, we'll play on that a bit. Is it visible? Somewhat, yeah. We are seeing that. Okay, I think it's good. Good. Very good, actually. Okay, now we'll dodge and burst the image. Add a new layer. Press Shift F5 on a keyboard. Fill it with 50% gray and change its blending mode to overlay. Okay, now choose the burn tool. And yeah, actually by dodging and burning, we are adjusting the image's exposure by making the shadows more darker and the highlights more brighter. Thereby we are controlling the amount of light falling on it. Now this is before dodging and burning. I repeat the same procedure for the model as well. Before, after. Okay, now this is final. Now we'll group all of these layers. Merge visible by pressing Ctrl Shift Alt E on Windows. We'll go to next software, Color Eflex Pro 4, and then we'll add some amount of fog to the image. Elevated fog, decrease its opacity value. Yeah, merge amount of 3% is mode. Now we'll add another filter, detail extractor, yeah, and maybe around 15. 7, no, that's too much. We need some amount of details. 25, too much. Yeah, 15. 15, yes, as I said earlier, 15 is a good amount. We'll do that. Okay, now we'll save this image as we want to apply camera raw, and I'm using CS5. We'll save this image as a JPEG file, and we'll open the file in Bridge. Okay, this is Adobe Bridge. Right click and click on Open in Camera Raw. Yes, you got Camera Raw 6.7. Decrease the pass exposure a bit. Play around this a bit. Yeah, split toning. It's one of my best effects ever in Photoshop. That's amount of orange. We want some bit of orange tint in this manipulation. So we'll add hues a bit. Hues and saturation. Similar to that of Photoshop. Nothing new in this. Maybe, yeah. Highlight priority. We'll decrease that and we'll add more amounts of highlights to this. decrease the highlights and adding shadows. Vignette, actually we're doing that. Play on the settings a lot. Until you're happy, until you're satisfied with this, just adjust every setting that you see in your eyes. And then you'll be happy with that. Just do that until you get a good thing. Okay, we'll add some graduated filters for darkenings, and especially from design. Okay, we'll add one more on the top, and we'll adjust its exposure value. We'll darken that a bit. Yes, now you can see the light is becoming more intense, and actually the image which we took earlier was looking like a morning appearance. Now it's more like a setting sun. There's an evening appearance. Just by controlling the amount of light, yeah, we will add using the adjustment brush. We'll add more lights to her face and probably around her chest and all to make an appearance that sunlight is coming from there. And the temperature, maybe we can adjust the temperature a bit more. We don't want to adjust the tint, let the tint remain there. And split toning. Shall we adjust the hue a bit? No, we are losing the image. Curves, yeah, definitely the curves will adjust. Push that bottom into it a little bit. Top and no, too much lights. Okay, perfect. I say next to perfect probably. What do you think? Good, right? Yes, I feel happy. Temperature also will play with a bit more. Okay, so when you are happy with this, just save the image by clicking on save images and open the image. I'll automatically open the image in Photoshop. Now let's see, this is before, after camera raw. Before and after camera raw. Okay, now there's one more step remaining. We'll add a little amount of color reflex filter. I want to add a little amount of cross processing to bring out more vivid colors in the image. Okay, we'll choose this B102, sorry, B02, and strength we will decrease a bit. This is similar to that of an opacity. And let's see, good. Now it has brought a different tint. Yeah, before and after. Before, after. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos.